Hey guys, welcome back for round 5. I have Brian Atkins again versus Gruul Riot.
Uh, I'm not really sure what Gruul Riot is. There are a lot of ways to build this deck. I go like really big and a bunch of top end like Hellkite. Go like almost mono red and put Chain Whirler in your deck.
Was a good roll.
Or you can just play like all of the Riot cards. Go all the way in on stuff like Zerta Goblin and yeah. So without knowing what exactly he's playing, it's gonna be
Well, I
hard to
see I see
judge.
the Goblin,
Yeah, so it looks
see
like he's
Gruul
just playing.
Spellbreaker,
He's just playing like
and
all the new cards.
it looks like Dovin Bond. Not Dovin. Can't
Domri.
think. Domri Raid.
Yep,
Tom likes to say.
this is a decent curve,
Yeah.
and I believe this deck has like a pretty solid next matchup.
Yeah, I do think so. Counter here. Not knowing really what Brian's on.
Yeah,
It's a safe
if
bet.
if he knew what he was on, he would. I
I'd
think it's a
assume,
safe
yes.
assumption. Um, I wonder if he gives this one haste.
Spellbreaker?
Yeah,
Yeah. Probably.
picks here. It's good to me. A fairly quick clock. If he
Yeah.
adds anything to it, it becomes a clock.
Now he probably knows what Brian.
Yep, growth spiral, pretty big indication. See growth spiral and your opponent doesn't have guild gates on the board, it's probably a Nexus deck.
Reclamation here, and now you for sure know he is on. Well, not for sure. You're assuming, right? I mean, sure, there's a few decks that play Wilderness Reclamation that play Nexus. Let's see.
Okay. That essentially just downgrades the Goblin to a 2/2 because he's going to replay it this turn.
Right.
Another Spellbreaker, you might just play that instead.
Yeah, that or Domri.
I don't really like playing Domri here, it doesn't add to your clock.
Oh, yeah, it does. Allows your creatures to double raid. Or
Um,
double ride, I mean.
yeah, but you take a turn off to cast it, so you're still losing damage. Drops down to 8 here. Um,
Yeah.
technically, with the goblin that's in dead on board.
I think Brian here is probably just looking at logs.
He has to go off here. He does still have a Niv Mizzet in hand earlier, so
Right.
could very easily just Nexus, untap, play land, play Niv Mizzet.
Yeah.
Probably win the game.
He needs to
I don't know what kind of.
extra one a red
Yeah,
a red land of
I
some sort.
believe
And
the game is over now.
yeah, he does
He
not.
has the Nexus and the Niv Mizzet.
Yeah, but he still needs to see red land. He has his name.
Okay,
He has 3 green blue lands, an island, and then red green, and a red blue land. Needs the triple red. Cory's going, yeah, go ahead and play with yourself for a little bit. I'm gonna just go and dance or what he's doing over
I don't
here.
know what's going on over there.
Kind of looks like he's dancing. Could just be very animated about hate you because of the deck you play.
That's a second reclamation. That's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Kind of awkward for him.
He does have this frilled mystic though, which will put him in the game.
It'll make. Yeah, Cory's got to be careful here because if he just goes for lethal, playing Zertag Goblin. See, I like this play because
It
if he
gets
goes
countered.
if he goes for lethal by playing Zertag Goblin here, he just 2-for-1s himself because the Goblin gets countered and then Mystic jumps in front of one of these. Take 4 here.
No, just
His trample. Mystic is.
yes.
Yep, and he just whiffed on drawing a red land. Got 2 Div Mizzets and a Frilled Mystic. Um, this is kind of an awkward spot for Cory. He's gonna play this. Gonna for one basically because this frilled mystic is gonna counter this and then jump in front of the.
Oh no, he's putting a counter on it, so he's like, oh,
Huh. I don't know why you wouldn't counter that.
I guess in fear of another haster coming down. That
Gonna shock himself to play this. Okay.
I feel like when they were playing this game, they definitely missed the fact it has trample, because Brian here has that. In reality, he is a draw trigger.
Cory not have anything in his cast.
He has a Galta.
The Galta. They're not castable right now. 3, 5, 6. I know it's 2 off.
Sent here, we're sending. Right bottom. Well, wait. Well, he has an expansion explosion.
Oh, so the game's over.
Yeah.
All right.
Land for turn.
He can safely scoop his cards up now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17. He can
Niv.
hit him for 17.
No, plus Niv.
Oh, plus Niv. Yeah, no, the game's over. Yeah.
Yeah, you go to end step, you untap. You're gonna draw 17. 4 here, 8. 7, 8. Yep. Goes. Yeah. I'm not gonna do the math. I'm just dead.
He got very close there.
Yeah. Ryan was almost dead.
I don't know that there was much he could have done as far as sequencing or like his play is concerned. I think he played everything fairly well.
Was that a Crassus in his
Just
sideboard?
a Hydroid Crassus in his green-red deck. Okay.
What? Did he have blue lands?
No. There were no blue lands.
How was he casting it?
There were several basics on the board.
Okay, let's.
I don't know.
Go through your deck, and I'm only paying attention to this
He has
side.
so many basics. There's no way he's a 3-color deck.
Oh, he has Incubation Druid.
Those don't tap for all colors of mana. Those tap for any color a land you control can produce.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So does he just have no way to cast it?
I'm really not sure. Maybe he just like put that in the sideboard for no. Yeah.
Well, he's bringing it in.
All right. Well, I hope he doesn't see it because it will never be castable.
I never noticed that about Incubation.
Yeah, it's fucked me over a few times.
Yeah. That's really, really. Okay, I'm more than confused.
I don't think he's boarding it. That handful of cards there is what he's bringing
No,
in.
that's what he's bringing out.
Bring out?
Yes.
Boarding a mountain out?
Yep.
Bring out Mountain, Domri. I like taking out Domri here.
Is he?
Shaper Sanctuary. Shaper Sanctuary.
Okay, maybe he's not. It looked like he picked it up.
Yeah, he brought in 3 Shaper Sanctuary and Banefire. Shaper Sanctuary very bad in this matchup. Brian does not have very much targeted removal. The only thing that's really going to be triggering that is Niv triggers. And if you're so far behind that Brian is getting Niv triggers against you, you probably are losing anyway, and Shaper Sanctuary isn't pulling you out of that.
Right. So one thing I want to say is, Cory, watching this, I want you to comment why you have a Crassus in your, because I'm actually completely dumbfounded by it.
That card's big money. Okay. If you board that in, your opponent thought erasures you, because you have Krasis in your deck, they might just concede because you have more money than.
No, I don't think that's how any of this
works. Maybe that's his plan.
Because if that were the plan, I'd just like trade for the most expensive deck I possibly could. And then Just play like no lands.
They're right there.
Sanctuary?
That shape. I
I guess we will.
feel like you would have played it turn one. No reason not to shock yourself in this one if you have a turn one play. I can't quite tell what that is. Might be Rex Sage.
Could be. Maybe.
Goblin here.
Him give it haste.
I would think so.
Yep. Brian already at 16.
The opt on.
Yeah. That's fine. Play Fog.
Play Fog.
I don't know if he. I don't know if he
on
is
camera
now.
for this match plus another one. I don't think we've seen.
He was playing Fog last week. From what I remember, I'm not.
To me,
100%
like he's
sure.
off of Fog.
Could be. No idea. Honestly.
Is that the M19 Mana Dork? There's a
It's the Guild Mage, right?
is that the Guildmage? He 3 mana.
Oh
for it.
no, it's the
It's the Mana Dork from M19.
that like the pay 7 make a 5/5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how he's casting Crassus.
Okay, sure. That's
Do you know what its power is?
no. I have no idea what that card's text is.
I believe it's a 2/2. Going with it's a 2. That's
Seems very dead.
yeah. Let's see your Rex Age blows. Or not.
Well, it's a crushing canopy.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. That makes
course.
sense.
Yeah, so no, those weren't Shaper Sanctuaries he was boarding in. Those were crushing canopies. That version of the art looks somewhat similar to or to Shaper Sanctuary from a distance.
Yeah, no, definitely do. I thought that's what it was. Hands for lots of them.
Yeah, his hand.
But he has another Wilderness Reclamation, and you know what Cory has?
He has another crushing canopy. Boarded in 3.
I hear.
Or,
Oh. No, he had to play Wilderness Reclamation. Oh, he floated one out. How are you only floated one?
Breath in the Wild. That's a little late.
Yeah. And there's the other one.
Blow that up. I'm assuming. Now he's done a board.
Yeah. He's like extra.
And he can't cast Niv.
Yep.
Having mana problems again.
Rough. But you know what he can cast?
True.
That. Counter it. Mana. Kind of interesting.
Like leaving. Up. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that do here? That's not a threat.
It's a dead 3-drop.
But
Essentially.
like he doesn't know is like what happens if Brian casts Fiery Cannonade turn? Or he has no threats in hand and his next draw
if he casts Fiery Cannonade, he loses. Creature doesn't die to it.
No.
Like he had one out and one out only, and it was Star.
Assuming you boarded it in 100.
Right.
He just swings out here. Yep. He looks up the adapt.
What does Brian think?
I can't see his hand, but I don't think he has any way to live this. Unless he doesn't realize that Druid can be activated. or if he has spot removal.
He has Root Snare. So he does play Fogs.
Okay. Sure. That gives him a turn. Got Nexus, Sight,
And
Explosion.
Explode. He's definitely still in this, but it's a far reach.
He can't give Cory a turn, or he has to find another fog. He's gonna attack with.
And why not?
I mean, yeah, that's free.
Yeah.
Sure. It is possible to get there with the
Yeah.
by casting Nexus every turn now until Cory's at 0.
Highly unlikely, but definitely possible.
He has a second one in his hand right now.
Yeah, but he has to draw another
There's-
one and another one.
There's a Chemister's Insight in the.
He has no Wilderness Reclamation.
Yep, he's gonna keep doing it.
At least for this turn.
He can afford to dig with Opt and then cast it.
Whatever it was. Another Frilled Mystic.
He's
This is
gotta
a fate.
cast this.
Make it stop. Playing best of one. Wait, it's not.
Not anymore. It's not.
Yeah, I'm glad it's abandoned best of one. Don't really have that chance to side.
I don't really
Removal
play
and
best
stuff.
of one, so I don't care.
I do only on Arena. Best used to.
Niv miss it.
Yeah, I don't even. I kind of want to just like set 4 if he kills one of the creatures. No, he has to explosion.
Okay, there's Niv miss. Right.
Has growth spiral draw. That does nothing.
He has to have something else in his hand that interacts.
Either that or he.
Or a way to trigger Niv Mizzet enough times to ping down. That's another thing that could happen. Crushing Canopy. Okay, sure.
Oh.
Crushing Canopy also a good answer.
That probably.
He has does Mana Dork have flying? Like a dragon.
It is, but it does not have flying.
Well,
It just
gets to ping it down.
still dead though.
Yeah.
Yep. And I saw that coming. He had to draw Opt there. If he drew Opt, he was able to ping down the other. Oh no, he's still dead.
Yeah,
If he drew Opt, he could have targeted the Jade Light, and then cast Opt, draw trigger, draw off Opt, then 2 more to Jade Light.
Yeah.
And then he is able to block the Incubation Druid, take 2, go to 2, and then explosion himself out of the game, probably. I think, right? Because like he'd be able to explosion for like 4 damage or 5 damage there to the Incubation Druid, draw 5, get 6 triggers total off Niv.
Yeah, I mean, assuming Cory doesn't draw anything. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Like that was like his only out.
It's also worth noting that Cory saw all 3 sideboard crushing can that game.
Yeah. That's just great odds. Oh yeah. Right, because I think Brian's still playing that game. Yeah. He'd be at 2, but he'd be in the game. Ryan's aggressively.
I hate when people bridge their cards like that. You're not
I do
tons.
it. I don't do it if it's
I
someone
look
else's
at people's
cards.
decks and their cards are always just so messed up
Yeah,
because they do that.
the only thing about mine is like I get the top corner. Mine are a little bent, but you put them into a binder and no one ever knows. Put them in a binder and then you just close the binder and let it sit, and no one will ever know that you. And looks Joker for. You see a Star of Extinction.
It's
There's
gonna have to get up to 7 first.
sorry.
Star of Extinction is
It looks
not
like
an
he has two
instant.
growth spirals though.
Okay, I
So
mean that'll help.
that does get him there pretty quickly. That can get him there by what, like
Cory just
turn
saw
5?
2 1-landers in a row off of mulligans.
That's not really.
Especially in the matchup, he needs to have fast hands.
And oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, he has 2 lands incubation, but they looked like they were both tap lands, and then he tried a mountain. I could be wrong on the tap.
No, that's a stomping ground.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know the arts. I don't play those.
Fair. Another
Uh,
crushing canopy. Got an answer for the turn 4 reclamation. He's ramped up to 3.
yeah. Brian. About to be on 4. Draw work. Okay,
Yep.
nobody has it. Not gonna be. Yeah.
Not gonna stick around for too long unless he has a counter spell in hand.
Like, oh, he has a blink of an
He's
eye. He's just
gonna-
gonna blink it itself. Yep. Draw a card. Again.
Yep, and this time
no
I
land.
don't think Cory has an answer, but also Brian doesn't have a top action in it.
Card and I. Big rules.
Cory's stuck on 3 lands with a Galta stuck in his hand. Galta hasn't looked very good anytime it's been in his hand.
Opt. Plus Star of Extinction. Opt. Try. Draw a card. Their land. Is just hit.
I'm Brian. Probably interested in just sandbagging the Star of Extinction as long as possible.
Yeah.
Cory's not really full pressure on life total right now.
I don't know about now because now he has the mana for. And yeah, I was gonna say you just cast it here.
Get rid of it.
Make sure he doesn't get this extra mana from the ink, and then kill everything.
Also, another thing to note is that play knocks him off of double green.
Yeah.
For Vivian, could target his reclamation at it.
Wild too.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah. Yeah, because like that Banefire would have been pretty good, with that incubation druid plus the disciple or whatever.
Yep, and there's Vivian.
There's Vivian that you were just talking about. Yeah, like you were there, but you're like the one person I've done commentary with hasn't been here on a Friday night. To be like, it's almost like you were there. No, Andrew actually was not here.
This is some fun synergy though. He gets to cast a Mana Dork and he has a choice to give it haste and tap for mana.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it though because there's no.
Needs a land.
Found a Branchwalker. Maybe that'll get him a land.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of. There's another one.
He's gonna keep it on top. That's
pitch it.
greedy.
I pitch it right. I guess he's trying to just go for this.
And he's in for 6.
Yeah.
Quite dead this turn. Well, he could be. right? Like any creature can get haste.
Yeah, no, Merfolk Branchwalker kills him,
Yeah.
regardless of what's on top, unless.
There's a
What-
fog in his hand, I believe.
Okay.
So he's gonna swing out and fogged.
Yeah. Fog. FO apostrophe
That's
D.
fine. I think Cory is perfectly content
what
to
was
just
that?
make Brian have it every turn.
Spiral. Raw expansion
Okay,
explosion.
never mind.
That's
Good game.
dead. Yep. That is dead.
Well,
5, 6,
Is
7, 8,
it?
9. Float 9. Untap. Float 11.
oh yeah, never mind.
Untap. Float
He's
11.
He's just dead.
11. Yeah.
That's
Explosion for everything.
that's really
And he's like,
unfortunate.
Galta.
Because like actually, he had one turn to draw that card, or else he lost the game.
I mean, he could have just drawn Nexus of Fate and just kept going, but yeah. He had one turn to either draw that or. And then the fact that he had 11 lands at that, while his opponent is for lands now.
He got stone rained once.
Yeah, but no, he was still on 3 lands, wasn't he? He didn't play a 4th one.
Oh, he did. At
Okay,
the
he
end
did.
there.
So he was on 4 lands. It could have been on 5 if he didn't get scarred. But the fact that Brian had 11 lands and was just able to explosion for that much and win, like that's just kind of impressive, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys for joining us. Brian, if you're still watching this, I'd like to wish you luck tomorrow at the RBT. And then